And our hitting the books this week is with our own Jim Palmer, my partner. I asked him if he would do this for us, and he said yes. So, Jim, it's a very simple question. Your favorite book?
You know, it was kind of a toss-up between the Roger Kahn book, not The Boys of Summer, but The Era, which was 47, 57, Dodgers, Yankees, and Giants, the only time that ever happened, three teams in the same metropolitan area. But I chose a book called House by Tracy Kidder. Tracy Kidder, I read it, I think, probably in the winter of 1985, and it was a dialogue. Tracy Kidder had already won a Pulitzer Prize for a book, Soul of the New Machine, which was about a team that, came up with a computer, built it, and all the dialogue on how that happened. House was about Apple Corps Building Company, Amherst, Massachusetts, a young couple that wanted to get a house. They didn't want to pay any more than they really needed to. And then you had a young architect who I think came from a kind of a privileged family, Bill Ron, who was his first house. So you had all these different dynamics, and 1985 is about a year after it got released. So, it's almost kind of like a metaphor for what went on with the Orioles. You had the owner who hired the manager, which is what this young couple did. They hired the architect, and then you had the team. That was Apple Corps Building Company. My team was, of course, the Orioles. And about 190 pages into the book, Gary, I kind of got the gist of what I was lucky enough to play for, which was Jim Locke. I think he wasn't really the foreman, but he was, I think, the guy that kind of had started it. And if they did one house, maybe he would have been the foreman of the next house. So they share the responsibilities. It's about 190 pages in there saying, Ned over there, he's the only true craftsman, but we always have people waiting in line, for us to do something for him, whether it's a remodel or new house. And one of the other guys said to Jim, he said, you know what? I guess it's because we do it till we get it right. And that's kind of a metaphor of what I was lucky enough to be with the Orioles. We had Jerry Hoffberger, who gave the general manager enough money to sign me. I had a Hall of Famer manager, Earl Weaver, and then I got to play with some of the best players that ever played. And that's kind of how this house got built. And, there was a lot of yin-yang going along. The people that built the house wanted to do it as cheaply as they can, but they wanted the best, kind of like my owner. You had, the architect who was trying to put it all together, Earl Weaver, and then you had me. And I guess the ultimate thing about this whole book is that finally all the pieces came together, and the house won an award. I played on 6 World Championships teams. I'm
astounded. I'm astounded at how you took an entire book about an entirely different subject and built it into baseball. That's unbelievable.
Well, it's 1985, and I just gotten released, so I was kind of looking for a reason why it wasn't working anymore. And this book kind of gave me some insight into that.
Jim, I really appreciate it. The book is called The House.
No, Just House.
Just House. Just House.
Tracy Kidder.
Tracy Kidder is the author, and that's our hitting the books, and we thank Jim for being a part of it.